And she's a trap queen, serving the rich and keeping you laughing. They call David if you heard from that game. The ritual motivation and some new soul change. But don't fall or don't disrespect it. Eyes for I do disconnected. Some people try to get hit the exit. Women and power, women are connected. And Angel ain't keeping us connected. On the technical side, getting detected. Right now, all you get the message. We are
It's a chart.
all year, all weekend. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. The damn messages we had to begin. Anything going wrong since we have to the ends. We got Angie, she's a trap queen. Serving the rich and keeping you laughing. They call David if you heard from that game. The ritual motivation and some new soul change. But don't fall or don't disrespect it. Eyes what I do disconnected. Some people try to get hit the exit. Women and power, women are connected. And Angel ain't keeping us connected. On the technical side, getting detected. Right now, you get the message. We are
Damn Mexican.
Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. That is the TDM drop. That's the Them Damn Mexicans drop, man. They usually played every song. I mean, excuse me, every show. Excuse me. Can't get my words together. They usually played every song before their. I can't get my damn words together.
Yeah,
David
that
and
was
Adrian.
that was on the season 1 outro.
There you go. There you go. The
Shout
season
out-
one outro. is
Shout out
what
to
it was.
Hardcore, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to
shout out to
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
That was Hardcore on that outro right there.
Hardcore. Who was out? Hardcore. Who was hardcore?
He was the guy that came. He had the dreads that one day. He came a couple weeks ago with his
Does all
buddy.
the graphics.
Yeah, he does all the artwork. He was talking about the rhino pills.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I remember. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, y'all. This is the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Tonight, it's all about them damn Mexicans, and I'm gonna get my words together now, man. I'm ready for this show. Been trying to get them in here for a minute. They are every Thursday night from what to what?
8 to 9.
8 to 9 o'clock right here. They have their own show on Real Talk 100 Radio. But
TDM Talk.
TDM Talk. Where can they follow y'all at, man?
Them Damn Mexicans on YouTube. Them Damn Mexicans Instagram, Facebook, TDM 713, TikTok.
Them Damn Mexicans. Also, TDM Talk. There's a new Facebook page we created to kind of funnel the traffic from the actual page to. So the TDM Talk is all about the talk show now. So yeah, we're trying to get all more people to go on that page than the other one. So
Right. I saw that. The transition on Instagram. I didn't see it on Facebook yet. So you now have a TDM Talk and a TDM 713 on Facebook.
No. Facebook is still the same. Everything else is still the same. The only thing that changed was the Instagram. We just added an Instagram for the talk show.
page.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. This is Them Damn Mexicans, and that is going to be my first question tonight, man. We're missing Angie. We're missing her. She's hopefully about 10 minutes away. She'll be here in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and pop this thing off and ask you, Them Damn Mexicans, why name yourselves that?
That just honestly, when we had met, I had met Big Jerb, the late great Big Jerb, RIP to him, and I became his manager, and I was like, man, I want to come up with a company name for my management company, so to speak. I didn't know what I was doing, so I was like, you know what? I was throwing around names here and there, and all I could recall is hearing a white woman say, "Them damn Mexicans," and
Where?
in my head.
Okay.
And yeah, I was hearing things. I don't know.
That's PTSD.
Yeah, running around. It's probably that old crossing guard lady that from across the street.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, when I was a kid. Nah, I'm kidding. But so when the name came up, and I told Jerb, I was like, "Yo, I think I'm gonna go with them." He laughed, but he was like, "Yo, I like that." And he came up with the logo and the original logo, and it's been. It's been
On and popping since.
all she
Only
wrote.
popping ever since. How long ago was that?
It's going on 14 years now.
14 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all been around as the Them Damn Mexicans for 14 years.
If you go to the YouTube page, you'll see footage from way back then, like of so the group that we had before, some artists that we were working with back then at different clubs. And
What would you consider the founders of it, or the Redwood originals of it?
man, the Redwood Originals would be definitely my boy Rob, CBS Rob. He was a kid at the time. I used to have to actually bribe and talk promoters into letting him in and perform because he was actually underage, but he could rap. He's CBS Rob Mills now. He was rocking with RIP to D Bando as well, and him, my boy Emilio Medina, guy I grew up with. He was a part of it. He's actually now Puerto Rican, so he kind of lost that ownership.
Gotcha.
No,
Gotcha,
but
gotcha.
and my other boy Alfonso Salazar, his son actually raps now. He goes by Creamatic. So yeah, those are definitely. And the other guy came in later. Heck, Beats by Heck. He came along a little later, but yeah, those are pretty much the guys that were there from the jump.
They were there from the jump. Okay, got you. When you meet this guy here, when you meet him?
Man, it's been what?
Oh man,
20 plus 20,
yeah,
22, 23 years ago.
23
Yeah.
years ago. Okay.
I actually met him through shout out to Chicano Vega,
Yeah.
one of the guys that we had here
on our show.
Yeah, on our show, he was passing out flyers for an event at a church that they were a part of.
Adrian was.
Yeah, and they were
Yeah.
throwing a hip hop event. And he came up, gave me a flyer, and I was like, okay, I'll come check it out. And then, man,
It was our very first concert that we're putting together. We used to go by a label called Eternal Hustle Records.
Yeah.
And so
Eternal
we're-
Hustle.
Eternal
Records.
Hustle.
and we're doing that back in like 2002. We're saying big in the Christian rap game. Before David was a
I was into the youth ministry.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was in
working
youth.
with the youth in my community, like
Oh.
at my church.
Okay.
So when
he pulled up to the event with a bus full of kids, man. Like it was standing room only because everybody that David brought.
Okay.
And we just started chopping up from there. And we would go perform at his church off of a
Cochran,
Cocaine
Cochran, man, and
And,
in the hood.
Actually, like we got like shunned for that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, the pastors didn't like that. They still consider us like devil worshipers doing Christian rap. Like that wasn't, you can't tell nobody. Like now, you're like, oh yeah, you do Christian rap. Oh, okay, cool. But back in the day, it wasn't that fond of.
Yeah, I mentioned it on the show before where I caught a lot of flack for booking them to come perform because they thought, and this is way before Christian hip hop was actually
Yeah,
quote
yeah.
unquote mainstream. Like it was in the early stage. This guy is one of the originators and doesn't get his props and his flowers.
In Christian rap.
Yeah, in the Christian hip hop game, because he's been around, and the reason I say it because I remember it. I was as an outsider looking in and not being an artist, being someone who worked with the youth and looking at people like Wino, which was I think he went by New Wine back
New
then,
Wine,
Little Rascal,
like,
those guys.
there's like some real pioneers in Christian rap, like New Wine, Little Rascal, even like in Houston. Even you got to give your props to Trey Nine.
Yeah.
Like these dudes were mobile. These dudes were really making it. Like Trey Nine would do a thing called the Ha Awards every year. He would bring in like Sway from Sway and Tech or Sway in the Morning Now is how you know him, and he would bring in like big names, and he would do a whole award show and drop like 20 bands, man, on this award show. Wouldn't see no money back, but just did something for the genre.
Wow.
So there's been pioneers of Christian rap. I just made it cool to do it. I wasn't the first to do it. I
made it cool to do it.
Yeah.
How does the song go? How the song go? It's cool when they do it.
Yeah, but when I do it,
Yeah,
it's
but when
like,
I do, yeah, something like that.
yeah, something like that.
So it was called the High Awards.
The Ha Awards, Houston Holy Hip Hop Alliance Awards, something like that. Yeah.
And his name was again?
Trey Nine, Bobby Heron, man, look him up.
Where's he at now?
He's doing a thing called Hip Hop Hope. He's does things in the community. You know what I'm saying? I helped him with the Hip Hop Hope. This was I think in 2015, maybe 2014. I helped him. We're doing Hip Hop Hope at the J Prince complex right off of Jensen.
Yeah.
In the boxing gym that we did Hip Hop Hope. We have
Shout
just
out Jay
kids
Prince.
coming out, man, giving them something to do to keep them off the street.
There you go.
We started doing stuff all around the city, man. Yeah, check out Trey Nine, man. I think
Trey Nine.
He just did something with the Urban Goods with Marty.
Yeah, with Marty.
Okay.
They did something.
Yeah, man,
together.
they just connected on something. So, yeah, man, we still about giving back to the community. Like, that's one thing about like us. See, we rock personally, for over 20 years, but it wasn't until 2022, 2021.
2021. Because I remember you came to the first Embrace the Culture. We had Vega was
Yeah.
performing. I don't know if you were supposed to.
No,
perform
I was
with
just there
him.
just showing love.
Yeah. And then we just kind of like, damn, bro, what's been up? And I booked you for the second one. You performed at the second one. And then at the third one, and by the way, the third one, he killed the third one. Like, you should have seen his set. Like, it was amazing. Threw in some H-Town flavor with his music, you know,
What I
and it
do.
was just, yeah.
Do what I do.
This guy makes it look easy. And it was, and then it was 125 degrees outside that day. So yeah.
I need to see Adrian's swag one time, man.
Yeah.
One time I have yet to see him rap, and I can't wait to do it. Hey, let me pay attention to these commenters
for
right
sure.
quick.
I'm gonna tell you this: since I retired, I'm coming back for one concert, man. One last concert. It's gonna be a benefit. You know what I'm saying? All the money that we get is gonna go to feeding hungry kids.
Okay.
My hungry kids will be ready for that. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't rapping no more.
You're not rapping no more?
And they
Oh,
hung-
you was just teasing us,
Yeah,
man.
no, I ain't rapping.
Boy, that's cold blooded, man. I'm gonna have to look back in the archives one time
Yeah, they there.
and check you out,
Yeah,
Adrian, man. Unfortunately, I did a bid, man. I was gone from all during the time you were probably rapping. I was probably
Man, you
gone.
probably see me rapping in prison. I was doing prison ministry heavy, man. I would go out to Garza units, Huntsville,
Were you ever on,
Polinsky.
were you ever on the win?
Yeah,
I may have seen you, but I didn't go to church much.
yeah.
I may I may have seen you. I did a bid from 1992 until 2007. So
Oh yeah, I was heavy in prison ministry, man. Around and from like 2004, I think, to about 2010 or something.
okay,
And then I want to get back into it. I tried to, but then COVID hit. I had a couple of ones that I was doing, man. I was gonna talk to I forgot what death row unit. That Huntsville
Death Row Unit.
or that Pulaski.
It's one in Pulaski
Right?
too.
Yeah.
It's one in Pulaski.
So I wanted to go holler at them. Then COVID hit, man. And it was crazy because I had no symptoms or nothing. And you got to get checked. Like, I was already booked to go, man. Like, they were excited.
Yeah.
And I got there and they did the test on me. And like, you couldn't even see a line. Like, you didn't even see that second line. But the guard was like, oh, yeah, no, there's a second line there, man. Like, you tested positive COVID. You got to get up out of here.
Damn.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, all right. And that sucked for having to tell them that I wasn't going to show up. Yeah, man. So I got out of prison ministry, man, for a little bit because they could tell when you're there, but you're not really there, man. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But you get tired, man. You get tired of, everybody's a killer and a dealer and everybody's innocent and
Yeah.
everybody knows somebody and their cousin is, this person and that. So it kind of gets old, man. So really I was there and I was kind of like, man, I don't even care what you got to say right now, man.
Right.
Like, really, I'm looking at the gates. I mean, when they gonna open the gates, I'm ready to go.
Ready to get out of there.
Like, man, I couldn't do it. Like, I got fed up with it, man. But then I started realizing, like, nah, man, like them dudes, they need encouraging, man. Like, we need to encourage our brothers that are down and things like that. So, I got a heart for it again, and then that's when COVID shut it down, man. So if y'all want to bring me out to a prison, I'll pick up the mic for that.
I'm thinking about going
No
back
more
in.
locked doors.
What'd you say, Dave?
So no more locked doors.
No more locked doors. I'm thinking about going back in myself, man, under some kind of ministry. We're forming a nonprofit right now,
Yeah.
and I want to reach out to the youth in the schools
Yeah.
and the detention centers to tell them that this ain't the life you want. And then I want to go behind walls to tell them fellas that there is a life out here outside of crime and robbing and stealing and all of that.
Man.
There is a
There's
life. I'm living it right
There's some
now.
good dudes out there, man. Get with Robert Nossa. He has a thing called the Homies Mentorship. And,
Homies mentorship.
Homies Mentorship. I can't tell you what Homie stands for. He gonna have to tell you that. But yeah, man, like he really, and I like that they're not putting so much like a syllabus, like a Christian syllabus for it, man. But it's just about meeting the need. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus even told the disciples, like, man, they'll know you're my disciples. They'll know you're with me by the love you show each other. So a lot of times, man, that's what we need. That's what they need to see, man. They just need to see you be in the hands and feet.
That's right. That's right. And on that note, can you repeat what you just said? They need to see the love from who?
From us, from everybody, man. Especially the believers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it trips me out. I don't know how we got on this subject, but it be the ladies, man, and the men that be jamming KSBJ with a God listens bumper sticker that be the rudest people that you ever come across, man. And I don't get that. But it's because a lot of them are just, you know what I'm saying, they're still tradition, you know what I'm saying? They're still bound by religion. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that aren't delivered, they're just busy. Go let her in. So that's what they need to see, man. They need to see people with the real hearts of God, man.
Real hearts of God.
Yeah.
and it's a lot of faking going on in that department, ain't it,
Man,
man?
there's a lot of faking, period, man. I
Period.
can't just call out one person, but there's a lot of faking, period.
A lot of faking, period. I totally agree with that, man. Totally and completely agree with that. A lot of faking going on in the community.
That's what me and David doing,
lot of-
man. Like that's why we joined. Like that's why I wanted to join TDM, man. Like when we talked about it, he was asking me like, man, what you doing? Like, what's your plans? And I was like, look, I'm dropping this one last album, Chunk the Deuce. I don't know if y'all check that out, man, but it's a great body of work. Now I told him, man, I'm gonna do this. You know, I'm gonna promote this album for a year, man. Give me a year. Let me be an artist for a year, and then, man, whatever TDM, you know, saying needs or whatever we want to do with TDM, I'm on board 100%. And that's what we've been doing, man. We start off with Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Now we got a talk show, and TDM about to be. You can't do media without TDM pretty soon. I'm say that right now.
Pretty soon. I like the way it sounds. Love the way it sounds. On that note, I have 2 notes to hit.
All
You
right.
said media can't be media without them damn Mexicans. It won't be that. That'll be the word soon. So let's talk about media and TDM. What are y'all trying to spread? What is the main message of TDM?
The main message, I know in the beginning we talked about, like the slogan says it, embrace the culture, just embracing our culture and being proud of it, whatever the culture may be, because we get a lot of flack because people will say, oh man, you know, you guys want to be black, or you know, you guys do this, or you say the N-word. You know, we get a lot of that, like that's not your culture. But I mean, if you grew up in Houston or in the South, you know, that is a part of our culture. The Houston, you know, the slabs and the lean,
Yes, sir.
You know, DJ Screw, like we grew up on that. We grew up on DJ Screws, you know, but also the narrative has changed where we want to. Who we got? Oh, she's here.
Artie's here.
Hey,
Show's over.
it's
Oh,
over.
brought the fam
Oh.
to yeah.
This is Angie, the Trap Queen.
Trap Queen, I'm
Trap
trying.
Queen is in the building, y'all. This is the third party of them damn Mexicans, y'all.
It is now complete.
It is now complete, as she said it. And right now, we're right in the middle of answering what is the main goal, the main message, the main goal and the main message for them damn Mexicans. And David and Adrian were right in the middle of answering that. I'd love to hear your voice too. in just a-
Unity. Unity.
Unity.
Yeah, I mean, everything from edifying, educating, entertainment, encouragement, and definitely unity amongst. And we don't want to be like, oh man, it's just a Mexican thing. No, we welcome anybody that's got the same agenda and the same goals, and if we can help each other win, it's like, why not?
Right.
Instead of trying to bury the other person and like, you know what, I'm gonna get over on this guy or this girl, whatever they got going on. Like, no, it ain't about that. It's about building a network that's gonna stand the test of time.
Yes.
and really create something for not only us but for our kids and their kids, and leave them something that they can be proud of to represent.
You know, I really would like unity, and I do understand that not everybody's gonna agree with us or want to be part of this or just not accept it, because there tends to be a lot of people when you do something great, there's always those naysayers or the doubters. But I genuinely, me personally, want unity within our culture. And if some people aren't, about it, well, go on, be blessed somewhere else. But
we try to lead the way by example. You
Yeah.
know, I'm just looking now. Two-Tone, shout out to Two-Tone. He's on my live. He's like, leadership is a very big. Every razor wants to be a thug though. Like, we want to change the narrative and the perspective of what it means to be a Hispanic or a Mexican or a Latino, to be something different, that we can stand out and be on our own, and because there's enough of us, like if we really supported each other like the way we should. And I just talked about this on the Global Latin Factor in Dallas. Shout out to Crispin. We talked about, man, let's why not? I went to his platform,
yes,
and brought my people to him, and in turn, I got a lot of people from Dallas that's now following me and tuning into what we're doing. And we just came back from San Antonio this past weekend. We did the same thing. you know, so we're just connecting the dots all over, you know, trying to go as far as we can with it wherever we can. You know, we got people in Canada that watch us, we got people in the UK that know about us, you know, so and who knows where else. And that's just it, man. We're really just real people, you know.
Yeah, we're trying to bring unity, but
Yeah.
by teaching you, it's okay to be you. Like even though we get slack and flack or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? People don't like how we do things or may not like how we do things. We want to teach you it's okay to do it how you do it.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really speak Spanish, man. I don't know Spanish because my parents didn't teach me because they thought it was better to not teach me so that they had a language that they can discuss on their own without me knowing. Like my parents were divorced and I didn't know until I was 11 years old. Until like a man came and picked up my mom for a date and my dad like on the couch.
Wow.
So like they use that like, okay, this is something he won't understand. Like we can
Gotcha.
talk. So they didn't choose to teach me. And then when I wanted to learn, people were just real, you know, rough about, you know, oh man, he said he talks backwards. Oh, what he really means, like, and would make fun of me. So it's like, all right, so I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I stopped trying. But we want to teach people like it's okay, however you do it, man. You say the N-word, man. Hey, if that's how they do around your way, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, do you? If you know what I'm saying, go and you celebrate the Day of the Dead and you want to go and talk to your tios and your tias, hey, man, do you?
Or you want to dress like a cholo, you know?
You know, so whatever you want to do, man, we want to show you, man, that's fine. Be your individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in signs and all that. Angie lives by that stuff.
What are you talking about? Gang signs?
No, I'm talking about
astrology.
Astrology, yeah. I don't believe in it, but we chop it up all the time about it. We chop up the word of God about it. Like
we don't have to necessarily like or dislike something, but I mean we can come to some sort of you know agree. And accept. There's no what I mean to say is there's no right or wrong, but as long as we can be respectful of each other's beliefs and we all come from different walks of life.
It's like we say, be you,
teach,
whatever
man.
you're like. When I was asked the question, what does it mean to embrace your culture? I mean, whatever your culture is, whatever your culture is, embrace it. Be proud of it. Don't try to be something you're not, and that's what gets you in trouble. You know,
and don't be ashamed of what you are.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, where you're beating yourself up, man.
Accept each other's differences. I'm hearing a lot of that. Accept each other's differences, whether you're in the same race or not.
But we struggle with that. Our race struggled with that, man.
Accepting each other.
I've had jobs where they're like, "Hey, don't you got a social security number? What you doing here?"
Really?
You know, oh, bro, come on. Oh, you don't speak Spanish, bro? They eat you alive. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. What do you say? We gotta be more Mexican than the Mexicans, more American than Americans. It's exhausting.
It's exhausting trying to be everything, ain't it, man? And one question I want to ask Adrian before I ask something else is, do you ever discuss with your parents, you know, they wanted to shield you from the Mexican language, the Hispanic language, the Latin language? I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Do you ever go back and ask the mom, dad, now it's 2023, and I could have used that bilingual. I could have used that. It's powerful.
I would love to be able to order a sandwich at Subway and really know. No, I'm just kidding.
He playing, man. He played your butt.
I want to go to the taco truck and say more than taco or torta. I want a torta.
Yeah. I mean, they had their reasons, you know what I'm saying? So I can't fault them. I had plenty of chances. They taught it in high school. They, you know, so I can't really fault them. So they're just doing what they thought was best.
What's best for you?
Yeah.
Did you have other siblings?
Yeah. They all speak Spanish.
They all speak Spanish.
Yeah, except for my youngest sister. She don't. I think I know more than her.
Okay.
But yeah, but my mom's perfect Spanish, perfect English. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother only spoke Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So
that is interesting.
But you know what? I don't know where. Like, well, my dad died when I was 14.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And my uncles are you know what I'm saying, holding on by a thread too. But really, like, I don't know where I came from.
Yeah.
Like, I can't trace my like. Really, I think we were here when this was Mexico. That's what makes me Mexican. Like, what Chicano Vegas say? Like,
we were here before the
border.
We were here
before the border. You know what I'm saying? Like, the border crossed us. So I really can't say. But what I'll tell you though, man, I'm 100% Tejano. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Bang Screw and Ramon Ayala and Emilio Nevada and, you know what I'm saying, UGK, and I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna wear my cowboy hat, my cowboy boots.
Yes.
I'm gonna, you know, say hop in the slab if I get a chance to, and
yes,
I'm a Tejano, man, 100%. I'm H-Town. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I respect everybody in Cali that does their thing, how they do things over there. But hey, man, don't come over here trying to change us. We is who we is.
And I love that about y'all. The first meeting we had, was it Angie or was it somebody else asked me, how do you feel? Outright, listening,
yeah.
audience, outright, how do you feel
That was
about
on Mexican
Hispanics
Yeah.
walking around saying the N-word?
Yeah.
And I didn't show it outwardly, but inwardly, inside, I was like, whoa, that's how we're gonna start this meeting, huh?
She's
So
a firecracker.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Mexican Connected.
Yeah.
That's if you once you get to know her,
She-
you know
she
that
passionate
that's
about
yeah,
that,
She's
man.
very
She's
passionate and direct.
about that. Shout out to Mexican Connect.
Shout out.
Was that the same day we had Trap and them, and then they had that big discussion about the N word with
No, that was
Ike?
another day.
Oh, that was another.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
I was
No,
like,
it was the very
she'll talk
first
that
day.
with you any day.
That was the first day I met y'all out here because I think
Yeah.
y'all were talking through my partner at first, and I think I met y'all all together. And when I came out and greeted y'all in the lobby, I think that was the same day. But anyway, yeah, that was the first big question I've answered with this group, and and I was shocked. But yeah, that's how we grew up in Houston, man.
Yeah.
Most of us, if you're between what, I don't know what generation, where it started and where it ended, but I'm
Gen Z.
53,
I would say 50 to 40
50 to 40.
right now.
That's how we grew up.
Yeah.
You know, my nigga. Yeah, whether
Yeah.
you a Mexican or
Yeah.
whether you're a white guy, a black guy, we in the hood, we cool. Yeah, so I'm good with it. I grew up that way. If you're watching the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show tonight on Real Talk 100 Radio, make sure you're sharing the video, whether you're watching mine, David's, whether you're watching TDM 713, Real Talk 100 Radio. Share the video on YouTube as well, because tonight we're going to get to know all about these guys. Their show originally airs every Thursday night from 7 o'clock
Season 2.
to
Eight.
8 o'clock.
8 to 9
9.
p.m.
Oops.
Central
8
Standard
to 9
Time.
Central Standard Time. Season 2, man.
It's been a day.
It's 8 to 9 o'clock every Thursday night. Y'all can tune in to them. They have their own YouTube page. Follow them on Them Damn Mexicans on YouTube, Them Damn Mexicans on Instagram, TDM 713 on
Yeah,
Facebook. They also have a TDM Talk on Instagram.
Yeah.
Y'all follow these fellas. Follow these ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. We have a question right quick. We have something on from Angela Vieira. She says, I think within our culture, our collective voices, it's hard to teach that it's all about me mentally to our people sometimes, and that's sad. Instead of collaborations, she says, LOL, Mexican Americans with their nanas and their no-nos. Y'all know
What's the question?
I
I think just a.
I think
it's a statement.
Just a
Yeah.
statement.
a statement.
Nah.
I think Adrian was saying something about the culture and unity. I forgot who it was. Angie. Somebody made a comment, and she commented right then. I just couldn't get to it. But people sometimes, and that's sad. It's all about me mentally. I think she's talking about selfishness. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
that it's all about.
That's part of the reason why we haven't blown up the way that we should. We don't have that 100% support. His ego involved. They feel like, oh, well, he's not doing it the right way, so I'm going to do it my way, or
Yeah.
she's not doing it the right way. But I mean, I always say there's no right or wrong way, man, because the way I do it may not be the way
The
Or
next
work.
person.
someone else does
That
it.
ain't gonna work for them.
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
you do it.
Like even if you try to duplicate and replicate what I'm doing, you're not me at the end of the day.
At
So
the end
if
of the
it's
day.
not gonna work, it may or may not work for you.
Yeah.
So
Right.
And vice versa.
that's why we say do you, man. Like just do you. It's okay to be inspired. I was inspired, business sense wise by like Jay Prince, Master P, Dame Dash, these guys that's been in the industry. I look at
Tony
them
Draper.
like them. Yeah, Tony Draper, Suave House,
Yeah.
man. Like a lot of pioneers. Luke,
Yeah, man.
down
Yeah.
we Easy definitely.
Love
The
it, man.
business mind is crazy, but yeah, it's okay to be inspired, man. It's okay to take a little bit from I think we inspire each other. Sometimes I see what
Of course.
Angie do, and I'm
Of
like,
course.
damn, that's actually smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
It'll take a lot
I'm
from
telling you,
somebody,
but
yeah.
I stole from her.
You stole it from her.
I steal from her.
I think that's why we clicked.
Yeah,
No, we collaborate. We inspire. We share ideas. When I first came into this group, I'm not gonna lie, I was like kind of hesitant. I'm in a network of people I don't know
yeah,
that come from different backgrounds that do different crafts, and so I've really opened up, and I trust these guys, man. Like we really build together, we make money together, we have fun.
She made a statement in San Antonio. She was selling some of her mix, and I had sold a shirt or two, a couple shirts here and there,
We made money.
and we were laughing. You know, we were having fun, shaking hands, taking pictures, and she's like, "This is the way it should be. We should be making money and having
On the
fun
road.
and
Yes.
on the road." Like
if
we're
you're not making money with the people you surround yourself with, then you're not surrounding yourself with the right people.
And if you
Exactly.
make the most money in your circle, you're in the wrong circle.
Ooh.
Exactly. I love it. Love it. Say that again, Adrian.
man.
If you make the most
Show
money, if you're the one that makes the most money in your circle, then you're in the wrong circle.
I say all the time. I say all the time. Surround yourself with people who are making more than you. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. Because if you're the smartest person in the room,
Yeah,
you're in trouble.
You're going backwards.
You're going backwards. That's right. That's right. Adrian, another
Yes.
comment to you.
Uh-oh.
Miss Cecilia Guzman says she grew up like that too. She learned Spanish in the streets and from her late husband. They didn't teach her Spanish
Yeah.
either. So that's another comment. Before you got here, Angie, we were talking to Adrian about him growing up in a household where his parents kept the Spanish language away from him to protect him, so to speak. Until-
Protect them.
them
Yeah.
from secrets.
Yeah.
You know, they were holding secrets and they didn't want him to understand what was being said.
Wow.
So that's why Cecilia's saying what she's saying here. Another comment is she's laughing. Texican. My grandparents spoke Spanish. Though I just want to make sure I'm paying attention to the comments, y'all. My grandmother spoke Spanish, is what Angela said. Texican, I'm not sure what Cecilia's talking about there, but let's get back to the interview. We are with them damn Mexicans tonight. Angie is in the white shirt. David is in the middle. Adrian is on the far right. If you're looking at the screen, he's on your left. We are talking about them coming together as a unit and working together as a unit for the community. Let's get back to it, y'all. Angie said this group is all about, it's predicated on unity. David, in your own words, what is this group all about? I know you already mentioned it once. I'm trying to get to a particular item. Neither one of y'all said it before Angie got here, so I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted y'all to say. This is what the group has all been about
Oh yeah.
to me
Yeah.
since the beginning, right here. Now, how did y'all come to that? And I already know, because in the black race, man, to do that with a big, large group of people is like asking them to jump off a bridge. So is that why y'all?
It ain't too much different on this side, man. Honestly, like we're just unapologetic about who we are, what we do. Like there's no shame in our game. What we do is what we do, and how we do it is how we do it. We don't care what. And I don't want to sound like that guy, but it's like, nah, I don't really care what people think. Like which I do, but
To an extent.
yeah, to an extent, not to the point where it affects business
The
decisions or
movement.
the
Yeah,
movement
yeah.
of what we got going on.
Definitely.
Yeah, you know, like we said before, man, we're done asking, man. Like I'm tired of asking, like, hey,
Tired of asking.
can I get in, or hey, let me get in on this movie, or hey, let me help out with this, because then what happens next is they don't, and then you're just like, you get discouraged and don't want to do anything anymore. It's like, nah, we're over here. I feel like we're like the land of opportunity. Like, man, if you got like-minded, like with what we've got going on, and all of us have our own set, you know. Adrian's direct shooting videos and that look like movies. He produces on the talk show every Thursday. Angie's got like a whole nother world that she's doing. You know, she's got events, she's got her truck, her business.
This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend, you know, that she's got an event this weekend that she's doing. And
And
so
being a mom.
yeah, and then on top
Being
of
a
that,
señora.
yeah, being a mom and parents, you know, I got 4 kids of my own, and it's tough. It's not, but we want to at least show the way and give the example. Like, man, look,
Now you can do
if
it.
we can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, if you want it.
If
Yeah.
you want
if
it,
you're hungry.
Yeah.
that's right.
If you want it, man.
Got to be hungry.
Yeah.
Got to be hungry, and this can be done. Can one of y'all read that for me?
We will not apologize for embracing our culture and acknowledging our history.
Man, black people, let's follow these damn Mexicans, man. I like that. I like that, man. I like that. Every time I see that, that's why I wear it proudly. I mean, you asked me when you gave me this shirt and this hat, You gonna wear it? And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to, I've been calling myself, I'm not gonna say secretly, but within a small circle, I've been calling myself the Malcolm X of the new generation, or the
Mm.
Martin Luther King of the new millennium,
Okay.
because I'm cool with everybody, white, black,
Yeah. Same.
Mexican. I'm cool with everybody. I grew up with 1 foot in Fifth Ward and 1 foot out here.
Yeah.
So I think I can relate to everybody. I grew up talking to everybody. I could even go to Redneckville and talk redneck.
Man, the church I grew up in the early '80s, mid '80s, was predominantly white at that time. That neighborhood
In the mid-80s.
was white
Okay.
for the most part. Then when the Mexicans and blacks started moving in, they started to leave. That's when Spring and these other areas started kind of like popping off, because they were just like, we got to get away from, you know. And,
It's
and
come
I always
back
tell
around.
people that it's crazy that the first time I experienced racism was in a church.
In church.
They looked
Ain't that something?
they looked at us like we didn't belong there. You know, I used to shave my head bald with a razor. You know, I'd wear the jerseys, Jordans. You know, I came in looking like a thug. I mean, shit. We were out there running them streets and still going to church. You know, but because our parents was like, nah, you got to. It was something that. But there were some good white people in that church that really, actually, our pastor, Martin DeVries, man, he passed he, at like 96 years old.
Oh, wow.
He was one of the most influential men in my life. Like, this man stood there until he could barely walk, and I would help him up to the pulpit as he would go up there and preach. And he stood by us every single time until he died.
Wow.
And so that's why I'm not like, I hate white people, or I hate black, or I hate Asians. Nah, man. Hey, look, if you solid, you solid. That's just how it is.
That's how it is, ain't it, man? That's how it is. If you solid, you solid. It doesn't matter what race you're in. The phone lines are open if you'd like to call in and talk to them damn Mexicans about how they came up with this thing. We're getting to the nitty gritty tonight, but we only have an hour. If you'd like to ask them anything, hey, they have pages all over the place. We have Angie. She's got the Trap Sauce Michelada. Say it right for me. I always
Trap
screw it
Sauce
up.
Mix, Trap Sauce Marketing. I got the HTX Foodie blog that I'm doing as well. Content creating for small businesses. TDM Talk. Yeah, your girl busy.
Get with these people. Get with these people. These people are making things happen. I have Angie. I have Lisa. I have Cecilia Guzman. They're commenting like crazy, showing love. Y'all, please share the video all over the world. This is Them Damn Mexicans. And if you watch this show, at the end of every show, they say, Them Damn Mexicans.
Mexicans.
At the end of the show, on 3, go ahead and give it to the audience one time. 1, 2, 3.
Them
Damn
damn
Mexicans.
Mexicans. Wow.
That was whack.
Gotta do it again.
1, 2, 3.
Them damn Mexicans.
I'm not sure where she was going with that.
I said damn Mexicans.
Damn Mexicans.
Love it, love it, love it. We've gotten to the message that I'm wearing on my back right now, because I think that goes for all races. I don't care if you're
Yeah,
white.
that message
Yeah,
applies
yeah.
to so many.
That doesn't
so many.
say only Mexicans.
Nah, man,
Right.
we ain't
It's
about
a message that
man.
we do go by.
Love it, man. I love it.
Some of my closest friends are African American, are black. You know, shout out my boy KT, Sneak Apparel. Like, he and I discuss business all the time and just life in general. Like, when I was going through a rough patch, he's the one like, bro, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You know, he kept encouraging me in that aspect. So yeah, man, shout out to him. People like DJ 2 Deep. These guys are well versed in the game.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, so it's dope, man. Like, it's a great experience. It's love, man. It's been nothing but love. We were talking about it when we were in San Antonio. The love that we got while we were out there was just amazing. Like,
yeah,
it just
that
felt
was
for them not knowing us and we showing up and
They
they're
embraced us
clapping
with
for
open
us. And yeah,
arms.
they came in, bought our product, and man, where can I follow you at? And man, y'all gotta come out here. We're actually planning a softball game, San Antonio versus Houston, man.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
They
Let me
don't
get
want
this hip together. I'm on
They
swing.
don't want it.
Puro Pelo Talk Show, man, calling y'all out, man.
They don't want it.
Y'all,
Y'all don't want
we
it.
gonna come out there and but anyway, we're gonna leave it at that.
Leave it at that. I can't wait to swing a bat with y'all, man.
Oh,
and
yeah,
maybe steal
yeah.
a base or two, man. Before I get to the next question tonight to them damn Mexicans, we will not apologize for embracing our culture and acknowledging our history. This goes out to every race. So hey, stop bashing people for trying to represent their own race. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. That is what them damn Mexicans really stand for. They stand for unity. If you stand with your own community, then you can unite with all the other communities.
Man, let me say this, man. If I think if you're too busy bashing another culture, another business, if you're online and all you do is post memes that are talking mess about somebody else,
Low
then
vibrational stuff.
then you really ain't got nothing going for you.
Yeah,
You ain't got enough, because I don't have that kind of time.
yeah, you're
No.
miserable, man.
You know,
Not at all.
I got too much going on that I don't have time to worry about. You know, I think like Diddy would say, the gnats can't touch me, man. You know, like I'm just, you know, like, man, I'm
Right.
not worried about that, man. I can't. You know, people can say what they want, and that's cool. We're gonna keep going.
Keep
We're gonna
on.
keep getting. We're gonna keep getting bread.
Y'all can watch us, and we gonna keep winning.
Yeah. You know,
Say it again, Angie.
Y'all can watch us while we win.
You can
We gonna
watch
keep
them,
winning.
and they gonna keep on winning.
that boy
man.
Pusha T said that in the
Look.
song. He's like, "Why would I hate? We in love with winning."
Yes, yes.
Man,
And you know what I hate too? Everybody always tells me, Malcolm, just be quiet and score in silence and all that. I you know, I'm different. I'm different. I like telling them, I like telling people what I'm gonna do first,
yeah.
and then making it happen.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that statement? Do y'all
As long
like
as you can make it happen.
either way? Either way, it doesn't matter, does it?
Like
can't
sharing,
make it happen,
sharing
it
good,
just
like
happen.
sharing the news.
Huh?
Like if you have something going to share it. Is that what you're saying?
Before you do it.
I like manifesting it. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
this
No,
is-
yeah.
this is what's about
I
to happen.
agree. You know, speak it into existence, but you got to be careful who you speak it to. As in with my family, and I'm pretty sure maybe they could relate too. My grandmas, my abuelas, I'm sure they're like, don't tell people because they're gonna give you mal de ojo, which is like the evil eye. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell everybody your moves. You just can't.
And
Some
this
people
guy
don't have
rubbed
good
his-
I'll
intentions.
rub my huevos all over y'all.
Just waiting for that.
Me too, man.
We knew that was coming.
Yeah, that had to.
Yeah.
Me too, man. Hey,
But yeah, that's what she said.
That's
yeah.
what she said.
that's what she said.
No, that's
y'all.
what he said.
Oh man.
That's definitely what he said.
Yeah, you gotta be careful who you share stuff with. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause there's a lot of people that gave up on their dreams, so they'll be quick to make sure you give up on yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to bring you down. So you just watch who you speaking for. It's all about, you know, speaking into existence there like that, but without the action, man, it's just cap, man.
That's right. It's just all cap.
Like, we talk about like even like the difference between hope and faith, you know what I'm saying, and then wishful thinking.
Right.
Like if me and David were both, you know, talking about being pilots, and I got faith that we're gonna be. I got faith that I'm gonna be a pilot. I got faith that I'm gonna be a pilot, and then you know what I'm saying, we go about our days and we get back together, and like, man, how's that pilot thing going? Like, oh man, I'm already, you know, it's like my third semester, and I'm already getting to you know what I'm saying, go up with the plane. I'm the one landing it. Like, how about you? Oh, I'm still believing I'm gonna be a pilot. Like, bro,
You can
wishful
believe.
thinking at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're not putting action to it.
Right.
You can believe. You can write it down. You can speak it into existence. But if you're not putting in any type of energy, action, like
Yeah.
you said,
all cap.
it's a whole mathematic
All cap.
equation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
man. Straight
You
up.
gotta put action to that
Yeah.
that lip wrestling. You gotta put the feet move. You gotta get the feet moving. You gotta.
That's
you
right.
know,
They say that successful people do consistently what others do occasionally.
Right.
Mm.
Every day. It's a practice.
What?
Every day.
Man, say it again.
What?
It's a practice.
Let me write that down.
Successful people do consistently what others do occasionally.
Occasionally. That's right, man. That's right. That's right. That's why I
That's
love hearing the
nice.
stories of Kobe. I just watched a video. Allen Iverson was talking about Kobe, and Allen Iverson said, I wasn't Kobe, man. I can't compare to Kobe. I had a great career. I can't compare to Kobe because when we was out in the clubs, Kobe was shooting basketball
Mhm.
and making fun of us,
Yeah.
you know, and doing things on the court that we couldn't do because he was conditioned, you know, because he practiced every night.
That separates the greats from the rest, man.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you ain't gonna be a great. You don't put that work in. Like, and also putting the work in don't mean, oh man,
Going
team
through
no
emotion.
sleep. Because I used to think that way.
Now,
and I
rest
still
is
actually,
just as important.
And actually, I still do.
I tell they do go to sleep all the time.
yeah, they do. I ain't gonna lie, they do tell me like, man, hey man, take your ass to sleep, and you know, and I'm like,
You're talking
I need
crazy.
to, yeah, because
It ain't making no sense.
yeah.
I have that.
I made a
problem,
song.
too.
I made a shirt one time, and they had a Russian flag on it. So I was like, I had to go to sleep that day. Shout out to everybody in Russia.
Had to go to sleep that day.
Yeah, I was like, I had to take
We're
that
in
with me.
that hustle culture where it's like team no sleep.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
constantly I'm a grind, the grind don't stop, but the rest is just as important.
Yeah,
It's
you need
very
that
important
rest.
because if you keep going and going and going, if you're not gonna give up, your body's gonna give up on you, and then
Yeah, you
that's
gonna
when
burn
you
yourself out,
burn
man.
out.
I, you know, being a street,
say that.
being an ex-street dude, we didn't go to sleep.
Yeah.
It might be 3 days.
What they say, hustlers don't sleep, we rest one eye up.
Man,
Right.
but I tell him all the time, bro, I'm not the one. I do not care to be busy. I want to be productive.
Mhm.
Productive.
Yeah.
There you
If
go.
I'm just gonna be busy, man, do not call me, David.
Right. That's
And I don't.
that's a valid point. A lot of people are busy and think they got going on.
Nah, that's
Nah,
facts though.
man.
They'll be
Yeah.
online all day doing a bunch of nothing and
Yeah.
think that's
That's
right.
it.
being productive and that's
Yeah.
it. And that goes really to a lot of them a lot of these rappers. You know, they get on there and they think because they inbox 25 people, hey, go check out my music, that's promoted.
That ain't promoted.
But you ain't putting no money up to have it played somewhere or whatever the case might be. You know,
No,
that ain't putting that ain't no work.
That ain't no work. No, sir. No, sir. Spamming people is not working. And we are talking directly to the artists. Let me pay attention to these comments right quick. We were talking about, I can show you better than I can tell you. Angie Vieira is talking about what I said. I like manifesting. I like telling you, I'm about to do this and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So that's what her comments is about. I can show you better than I can tell you. Cecilia came back. Oh, Angie also said about San Antonio. She says, her husband says all the time, it's all about the vibe in San Antonio. All about the vibe in San
was
Antonio.
lit. I
Nah,
love the vibe.
we went to
Ray
like
Love.
I feel
several
like
different
home.
we went to several
Ray
different
Love.
spots and it was just love like
Yeah.
everywhere, no matter where we went. And they didn't know us. They didn't know who we were, but shit, it was all like, hey, what's up, man? You know,
That's awesome.
We're gonna bring that all across Texas, though.
All across Texas and Minneapolis. I saw
And the
y'all
US
post-
Yeah,
nationwide.
yeah.
I heard y'all talking about
actually
that.
today I just got invited to Austin, you know, to go do it's a 1-day thing, do an
Oh,
interview
yeah,
with
we're going to
with
Minneapolis.
you know, yeah, and then we're got Minneapolis,
Midwest
Minnesota with
takeover.
Pura Cultura podcast. They got a big platform, 12,000 followers. You know, they're big on TikTok and YouTube. It's two brothers, man, Smiley and
Shout out.
shout out to those guys, man. They were like, man, they don't know us, but they were like, man, he told me himself, he's like, man, we really rock with you, you know. And I was like, well, what about if I come up there? And they're like, really? You know, people don't think like
Right.
because people don't take that initiative and say, man, you know what, I'm gonna pull up on you.
Right.
Like, I'm not waiting for no invite. Hey, can I come over? Yeah, hey, if you come over, come on. They're like, man, we're going for 3 days. Do the interview, get some work in, shoot some content, and then hey man, they're like, we're gonna hit the jet skis, hit the lakes out there. All right, bet, you know, whatever. So
Y'all.
we gotta go
Yeah,
to Cali, man. So if you out there in Cali, man,
Shout out to my
tap in
dog,
with
yeah.
us,
Shout out to
man.
my dog Jacob G, man, Whittier. My dog Robin Reno out there in West Covina. We're gonna get out there.
Yeah, no doubt. Florida, we coming out there too, man. Shout out to In My Own Lane and Money Fiend Lalo.
Yeah.
They're just waiting on us, like waiting on us to come out there. So
I'll
we're
stay
gonna be out there.
tuned.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there.
I love the way y'all moving. I love the way y'all grooving. And I love that y'all are here at Real Talk 100 Radio.
Thanks for having us, man.
Nah, we
you,
appreciate
yeah.
you,
Yeah,
man.
thank you for everything, for real.
We're not used to being
go.
we're used to be on.
Yeah, this
but,
is
you
weird
know,
to me.
like,
I thought I got away from this.
Nope.
He's like, I retired from that too.
Nope.
Get used to it, Adrian.
Hey man, but I'm loving this producing stuff, man. I got some videos I'm working on. I got some stuff we working on.
Don't announce it. You don't want to know my level.
I will rub my webs all over you.
All over it. All over. I'll rub my huevos all over
over,
too. I
that's
do
right.
know what that word is. Because on lock, they used to say it all the time.
What word?
Huevo.
There you go.
They used to say it all the time.
Say it again.
Pinche hoto. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell. F and a hole. I think that's what
Hey,
that means.
can I
Right?
share a story?
Yes.
Real quick. I used to work before I started what I'm doing right now. I used to work at a go-kart track. We had laser tag, mini golf. So I was one of the marshals in the laser tag, and it's 2 floors. So we had to tell the people who was running upstairs, like, don't run, because man, you could hear it from the bottom floor, and the boss's office was directly underneath. So there was a new guy I was training, this white guy, and he's like, hey, stop running. And he's like, they don't understand me. They speak Spanish. I'm like, you got to tell them soy maricón. So he's going up to them and he's like, soy maricón.
You got that man beat up, didn't you? What does that mean?
We'll do Google Translate.
Okay.
We'll tell y'all. We'll tell
Okay,
y'all.
I can't say that in English.
Had them boys.
I might get canceled.
He had them boys after him.
Had the purple hair boys after him. Oh, speaking of purple hair, what's up?
Yeah,
What's up, MGK?
Wow.
Shout out to Zach.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
Oh man.
Thank you, Cecilia, for agreeing with me. I'm not ignoring anybody's comments. She said, like I said, I like to manifest it. She is right along with me. She said she would have her product in stores, and at I ended 2022 having my product in 2 locations. So she had said that before, and so she's in agreement with me. Angela Vieira says, Rob V and I are heading to the Heat Wave Car Show in South Padre Friday. We'd love to bring some TDM merchandise to represent. Where do we get y'all's merchandise at?
Just hit the DM, man. Just hit the DM, and we'll tap in.
Slide up in there.
Slide in them DMs,
It go down.
Business-
They go
business
down
only,
in the
though.
DM.
Business only.
Business only.
This is some of their merchandise right here. If anybody else in the world is interested in their
Oh, we got a lot more
merchandise,
coming.
there's 1 hoodie, that's 2 hoodie. And these are the hats. I have one on my head right now. Boom.
Yeah, right here.
These are the hats. And they
We
Adrian has
will-
one on
yeah,
too.
We'll put it on your head. You best believe that.
That's what she said.
You're not when you put it on the head, you're not
We'll
gonna
put it on your head.
when you put it on the head, you're not gonna rub the huevos on them, are you, man? Yeah. David knew it was coming. David knew it was coming. I was setting him up the whole time. Don't do it, Adrian. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Man, look, this is one of the newest designs that we just came out with, man.
Look fly.
We call it the Embrace the Culture tee.
That's too loud.
The website will be
Yeah.
out soon, and we're working on something for that, to promote that. So, yeah, it's only.
I'm sorry, David. Show it again.
Yeah.
I was too busy being silly. That's the new shirt they have out, a new design they have
Take
out.
off the sweater. There it is,
Which is sexy commercial.
man.
There it is.
It's a gun show.
And
Now
they
you
can-
gonna, you gonna rip the shirt.
So there's no place they can go, but the DMs
Website
right now.
coming.
Yeah, we can
Website
ship.
is coming.
We can
Okay.
ship and all that, but yeah, if you're in Houston, you could definitely tap in.
Meet us at the Taco House.
Yeah, meet us at the Taco House for the cheese man.
Awesome. Angela Vieira, there you go. Take them damn Mexicans to South Padre Island with you. I was just looking at South Padre the other day. I'm thinking about going down there myself. But hey, this is them damn Mexicans, and we're down to the wire here. We'll have another show coming up. It's going to be a dope show. She is very interesting. Y'all keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio. But before we end this interview tonight, in the next 4 or 5 minutes here, I want to ask them damn Mexicans, is there anything that you want our listening audience to know that we didn't touch within this last hour about them damn Mexicans? We covered the merchandise. We covered why you guys stand together in unity and edifying the community, empowering the community. We touched on embracing your culture. Is there anything else we left out that you want our listening audience to know about?
I think we covered just about everything, but we just want to let people know that you can do things if you put your mind to it and you work with other like-minded individuals. Like doing it yourself, it's kind of like, man, it's hard. It's a lot harder than what it is. So like I feel like God really blessed me with a great team, great people surrounded. Like this is like my inner circle. This young lady, this young man right here, my boy Zach. Even my boy Hardcore, man, my graphic designer, we talk all the time, and it's just grabbing different perspectives from people that have actually been there and done it, and then kind of like just taking a little bit from everybody is just, I love it because these guys will make me think a different way sometimes, and I just appreciate that because we talk about the clothes. We got the Embrace the Culture event in September.
Embrace the knowledge.
Yeah, Embrace the Knowledge seminar. The toy drive that we'll be back doing again. So, yeah.
I think one thing that I feel is very important to me about them damn Mexicans, because we all have different motives, what we want to do with this. For me, is it's very important. I'm learning on this journey as I go. There's a lot of things that I weren't taught, by my family, by the school systems, by other educators, people important in my life, and I'm learning as I go. And I feel like it's very important to break generational curses. There's a stigma, a great one, that Mexicans are hard workers. We work hard and that's all we do. But what I want to learn is how to, instead of sacrificing my time away from my family, how can I make money work for me? I've been so obsessed with business and finding these people too. My spirituality, my business, my emotions, everything is becoming aligned, and I feel like I am on the right path. And so I really want to share my experiences. It's not me just like, oh, me. I want to serve, and I want to share my experiences in hopes that other people can become inspired, that other women can be inspired.
Facts.
Love it.
Break
Love it.
generational curses.
And that's true, because these are conversations that we've had privately, even especially this weekend on the road, like, and we've always expressed that, so when people get around us, they see that.
I love the mentality of all three of you. I love the way the movement's going and whatever Real Talk 100 Radio can do to facilitate you guys, man. I hope you know by now that we're here for you. We're here in whatever capacity you need us in. All right.
You.
And I will continue wearing this shirt. If you're listening in right now, I'll continue wearing it like I'm a damn Mexican myself. And
You invited to the carne asada.
Yeah.
I'm invited.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't even know what a carne asada is, y'all, but I'm going. What is that?
You're
It's
gonna go
like you
find out.
invited
It's
to the barbecue.
To the barbecue.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
It's our version of the barbecue.
Yeah, our version, yeah.
I'm gonna keep.
Fajita, salsa.
Hell, we call it barbecue. Like, hey, I'm a barbecue at the house, but it's really fajitas and
Yeah.
side the fixings and everything. So
All right,
Nice,
y'all. I hate to end this, man. I want to talk to y'all till 10 o'clock at night, but we got a dope show coming up, man. It's called Talk About It with Kimberly Reese, y'all. Tonight, she's got a very interesting topic. I can't say it right now because there's a baby in the room.
okay.
But
I'll
she's
be
got
watching her.
She's got a very interesting topic tonight, and I'll keep it rated G. And just say this: you might find it interesting if you're a side chick, if you're a side dude, if you're a husband, if you're a wife. You might want to check this show out because she's talking about extracurricular activities. I'll leave it at that. Between
Ooh.
spouses, between boyfriends and girlfriends that might be cheating on each other. That's what she's talking about tonight, and she will have a call-in number. So good night to them damn Mexicans, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for giving me an hour of your time. Let's take some pictures, and I got to get started with the next show.
Let's
We'll
do
be-
it.
We'll be right back.
DM us, man. DM us. Y'all want to work?
Them
Let's
damn
DM.
Mexicans.
Damn
Damn
Mexicans.
Good night, everybody. We'll be right back.